Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Monday. Welcome back to another Crumbl cookie review. Before I start filming, I just want to say, excuse my face. My allergies have been kicking my butt lately. They're horrible. I don't know what is in the air this year, but the allergy season is like really bad. I don't remember it being this bad the last couple years, but this year my eyes are just like terrible. So excuse the way I look. I was not about to do eye makeup today. I only did my face. So just ignore it. But let's get into these Crumbl cookies of the week. I'm really excited for this week's lineup. Actually, nothing's new this week. Everything's returning. And I also got the vanilla crumb featuring golden Oreo cookie from last week because that was so good. So let's get into the review. First up, we're going to try the Dulce de Leche. I always butcher that word. People always love to correct me, but I think it's Dulce or Dolce de leche. I said lychee one time and somebody was like, lychee. No, it's leche. Dulce or dolce de leche. This is a chill cookie, so none of these cookies are new. They've had them all before, but it still looks like a really good week. I do love all these cookies, so this is definitely going to be a good week, I think. This is a snickerdoodle cookie with caramel on top and then like a caramel whipped cream in the center. This is chilled, by the way. This is typically not one of my favorites, but it is a good cookie. So I haven't had it in a while, so we'll try it again. By the way, Tabby's in the back. She just fell asleep before we came to do this video. I went to a different Crumbl today because the one I normally go to, they take too long with the cookies, and then I have her with me, and I don't want her to like get antsy or anything. So we did go to a different Crumbl, and this Crumbl and the Crumbl I went to today is much better. So that's a good thing, but it is a little farther, so she had time to like go to sleep before we filmed. Hmm. That whipped cream, it's really good. It's got like a caramel taste to it. I do kind of like the caramel on here today. I'm kind of feeling it. Normally I'm not, but I like it today. It's a very thick, sticky caramel. I will say that. Not as thick as the caramel that they had years ago on their chocolate cookie. It was like a chocolate cookie they had with like a big caramel square and it was melted and it had like a sprinkle of sea salt. You guys remember that? I haven't had it for a while and I forget what the exact name was, but it had a very sticky caramel. This is not as sticky as that, but it's getting there. It is pretty sticky and the center is very chewy. It definitely, goes with the theme of like chewy caramel, how the cookie's chewy. This is not too bad, but I don't think this is going to be my favorite, but it's pretty good. You just have to really like caramel. I do like the combination of the caramel with the cinnamon on this cookie. I probably would give this like an 8, maybe a 8.5 out of 10. Next up is strawberry ice cream bar. So obviously this is chilled. They haven't had this for a long time. I feel like Crumbl has had a lot of strawberry desserts, but this one in particular they haven't had for a while. So right off the bat, can y'all guess what this is reminding me of? Good humor bar. You guessed it. Pat on the back. It looks like a good humor bar. So it is a sugar cookie base with like little strawberry pieces throughout. And then I think the icing on the top is supposed to be the same that they use for their confetti milkshake cookie. And then it has like the little strawberry good humor crumbles on the top. I love good humor bars. And I think strawberry is actually my favorite, and also the toasted almond. This smells just like that. Let me taste to see what the streusel tastes like, because it's been a while since I've had it. Mm. Yeah, this tastes like just what they use on a good humor bar. Ooh. And normally the toppings are soggy, but this is crunchy today. Okay. Mm. Yeah, that's identical to what they put on a good humor bar. It is definitely giving strawberry good humor bar in every single way. So if you like that dessert, you're going to love this. It tastes just like that, but in cookie form. I love this frosting they use. It is definitely the one that they put on the confetti milkshake. The icing doesn't have a strawberry flavor, so it's just the base and then the strawberry topping. And I love how this has that chew to it because it is chilled. And typically I don't like the chilled cookies, but it works good for this one because it really does make it taste like an ice cream bar. I bet if you eat this with the actual bar, that would be like a whole nother level. This is really good. I like this. It is kind of sweet, and the strawberries are definitely artificial tasting, but I like this. I will give this one an 8.5, maybe a 9 out of 10 for the strawberry ice cream bar. Next up, moving on to the warm cookies. So I'm going to go in like flavor profile order. So this is from last week, but I had to get it again. That vanilla crumb featuring golden Oreo. They did not put any of the white sprinkles on there that they had on there from last week, but it's okay. They're really just for decoration. It's still good. This was the one that Brie had last week. This was her cookie last week, mine too. This is always delicious. 10 out of 10. The one I usually go to, they didn't have any left over from the previous week. Usually they do. And the farther one does not. But today was the opposite. The one I went to had all cookies from last week, but the one I usually go to did not. I'm glad I went to that further one. Next up is the birthday cake Oreo. So this is a dark chocolate Oreo base with Oreo cream cheese frosting, and then like the little Oreo cake batter pieces, and then the birthday cake sprinkles. So I did talk about this last week when I filmed. I was talking about how they have that other Oreo cookie. This is it. And I like this one a lot, I think, out of all the Oreos, because these little pieces on top, they're like cake batter flavored, and they have a little chew to them. This is in like my top 15, I want to say. Let's try it again. And this is warm. Very soft today. This is delicious, and I didn't even know they were going to have this on the menu for this week, but I think it's really cool how they have this, and then depending on your location, how you might be able to get that vanilla Oreo, because together, like, they're literally the same thing, but they're complete opposites. You got your vanilla Oreo, and then you have your chocolate frosted Oreo. This is really cool. I love this. And you know what? Now that we have both of them side by side, I'm going to have to see which one do I prefer. This is hard, you guys. So really it comes down to, do you prefer like chocolate or vanilla? Normally I'm a vanilla girly, but the older I get, I'm more of a chocolate girly. And I feel like with this, even though it's good, it could easily be a little too sweet. So I'm going to say I like this kind of frosted Oreo a little better, just because it does have that chocolate to balance out the icing. This is so, so good. So this, you'll know, I have to give this a 10 out of 10 for the birthday cake Oreo. Next up is Brookie. Y'all know what this is. You got your half milk chocolate chip and your half chocolate cookie. This isn't brownie, or is it brownie? I don't know. It might be brownie. I think Brookie means brownie. So half brownie, half milk chocolate chip. And this is warm. The chocolate chips are so melty today. You can never go wrong with the best of your both worlds, your milk chocolate chip and your brownie cookie. It's very simple, but it's a classic. You can't go wrong. I would give this a 9.5 out of 10 for the Brookie. And not last but least, I did do something a little different this week. Normally I do the cakes first, I think, right? But this week I did the cake last, because every time I try this cake, I love it more and more. And when I saw they had this on the menu, I was so excited. So I had to save this for last. This is the butter cake. I don't have a fork today, so we're going all in. Now, you guys, as soon as I opened the box, I was amazed, because typically with these butter cakes, it's supposed to be like the cake and then a really, really thick glaze, and then your mousse on top, that vanilla bean mousse that Crumbl uses. But the Crumbl I go to, Like even with the strawberry butter cake, they didn't have the glaze on there, and what they did have on there was very thin. And I see a lot of people with a really thicker glaze, and even in the picture it shows a thick glaze. Now the Crumbl I went to today, they put that thick glaze on there, you guys. Do you see that? That's how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to have a thick glaze, not a thin layer of glaze. And then of course the whipped, it's not a regular whipped cream that they use, it's something a little different. But that's how it's supposed to look. And I have to try this whipped glaze now because they did it right finally. Oh, it's so good. So this tastes like a vanilla, the glaze. And then the only difference with the whipped topping is it has a stronger vanilla flavor and it's a little bit chilled and it's more whipped. But this is not frosting. This is still pretty light, this glaze, even though it looks thick. Oh, this is going to be so good. Let me try this now. So buttery. If y'all have ever had actual butter cake from your local bakery, this tastes just like it, but in personal circular form. This is delicious. The first time I tried the butter cake, I think it was like a year ago, I didn't hate it. It was okay, but it didn't wow me. But I don't know what is going on. The last couple times I've tried this, it's literally knocked my socks off. It's that good. It's buttery, right? So it's not overly sweet. And these icings on top, they're not overly sweet either. They're light, they're airy, they're whipped. They have a great, nice, strong vanilla flavor. And the butteriness of the cake makes it a little salty. So it's not overly sweet to me, at least. I think it's really good. The butteriness helps to bring out the flavor of the cake so that it's not too sweet. And it does have the little sugar crystals along the side. This is so good. If y'all have not had Crumbl's butter cake, go try it and let me know below. Do you like it? What do you think of it? I definitely like this better than the strawberry one for sure. 10 out of 10 for Crumbl's butter cake. So now the moment of truth, time to rate will be 8. This week was a really good week. I definitely like this week better than last week or any of the weeks that they've had recently, but I feel like nothing could top the Kardashian week. I don't like the Kardashians, but that week, y'all, that was fire. But I think after that week, this week probably is like the next best week that we've had in a while. Everything is so, so good. Because the best thing from last week was the vanilla crumb. And the week before that was kind of mid. By the way, before I rate them, did y'all see the Easter box? Apparently, they still have these left over. The other Crumbl did not, so that's really cool. My least favorite is going to be the Dulce de Leche. I love caramel, but I think I like caramel better in my coffee than on a dessert per se. It's good, but it's not going to be my favorite out of all of them. Next up, I'm going to say the strawberry ice cream bar. It tastes identical to a strawberry good humor bar, so if you like that, you're going to want this. Definitely go check that out. That will be next up. Next up, I'm not going to rate the vanilla Oreo because it wasn't in this week's lineup, but just know I love it. It's always a 10 out of 10. Next up, though, I will say probably the Brookie. You can't go wrong with the best of both worlds. That is always a good cookie, but I like the other ones a little better. So next up, I'm going to say a tie between the birthday cake Oreo and the butter cake, only because I feel like, you know, one's a cake, one's a cookie, so I don't want to go and pick one over the other. I want to tie them, okay? So if I want a cookie, I'm definitely going for that birthday cake Oreo. If I want a cake, I'm going for that butter cake. So I like them both the same. They're both 10 out of 10. So definitely this week, really good week. But if you only pick 2 desserts, definitely pick that birthday cake Oreo and the butter cake. That's going to do it for this week's video, you guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the things. If you tried any of these cookies this week, what did you think? Which ones are you going to try? Are you going to skip this week? Let me know. Let's talk below. And by the way, I don't know if you guys saw my post from Thursday, but my Amazon storefront is live. So if y'all want to go check that out, the link to that is in my bio. I have some things up there that I use daily that I recommend if y'all want to go check that out. So your support means everything to me. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope that y'all have a good day, a good week. And stay tuned later this week. We'll be doing Dunkin' because on Wednesday, they do come out with their summer menu part 1. And I also have another special video for you guys, something a little different coming later this week. So stay tuned for it. So I hope you all have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.